Xbox Project Scorpio, release date, price, games and news about Microsoft's 2017 console. The next iteration of the Xbox is expected to be revealed later this year and will compete with the PS4 Pro and Nintendo Switch. The life cycle of modern consoles is changing dramatically. In years gone by, companies would wait up to a decade before pushing out new machinery. But, taking the cue from annually updated smartphones, it seems the industry is shifting towards iterative updates. And Microsoft is embracing it with Xbox Project Scorpio, a new machine that will take over from the Xbox One S as the company's flagship gaming device. First teased at the company's E3 presentation in 2016, Microsoft has been slowly ramping up the hype for the new console. It has promised we'll see a full reveal at E3 in June this year, but plenty of internet rumors have already begun circulating. This year marks an interesting one for gaming, with Nintendo coming out swinging with a new console of its own. Here's all we know, or think we know, about the Xbox Project Scorpio so far. Latest news. Project Scorpio has its very own pre-order page live on the Microsoft Store. The page gives 3 very important details about the new console, and has a sign-up button for those that want to be at the front of the queue. According to the page, Project Scorpio will be the most powerful console ever with 6 teraflops of graphical processing power. The first and only console to enable true 4K gaming and high-fidelity virtual reality. Compatible with all Xbox One games and accessories. If you sign up for the pre-order, then you'll get an email as soon as it becomes available. Release date. The release date for Microsoft's new console is as specific as holiday 2017. Which means that there's a decent chance you'll be able to get it under the tree for Christmas. In terms of when we'll actually see the console for the first time, that's a little more concrete. Microsoft is hosting a press conference at the E3 trade event in Los Angeles on Sunday, June 11 at 2:00 p.m. Pacific Time, which will make it 10 p.m. here in the UK. We may get an official UK release date from Microsoft at, or immediately after, the E3 event. Price. There's no indication from Microsoft yet about what Project Scorpio will cost, although you can definitely expect it to be higher than the £249 Xbox One S. Phil Spencer, the head of Xbox, gave a few snippets away in an interview with tech site The Verge. We're not ready to announce something right now, but you can imagine at the price point of Scorpio, which we haven't actually said, but think about consoles and where they live in terms of price point. Having something at 6 teraflops that will get millions of people buying it is very attractive to some of the VR companies that are out there already, and we've architected it such that something will be able to plug right in and work, he said. Project Scorpio's chief rival, the PS4 Pro, currently sells for £340, but it's likely that it could top even that. We wouldn't be surprised to see a console arriving at around the £399 price point. Specs. Some of Project Scorpio's specs are well known at this point. The aforementioned 6 teraflops means it'll have amazing graphical capability, but the question is whether it'll run games natively at 4K. A Microsoft white paper released to developers and spotted by Eurogamer seems to confirm this is the case. To make the best games possible, developers will inevitably spend GPU resource on other quality improvements such as higher fidelity shadows, reflections, texture filtering and lower draw distances. Another option developers might consider is frame rate upscaling, running graphics at 60 Hz but the CPU at 30 Hz and interpolating animation, the paper says. More to the point, Project Scorpio will also be fully backwards compatible with older Xbox One games and will be fully VR capable. At this point, Microsoft doesn't appear to have a VR headset of its own in development, which suggests it might work with a third-party device like the Oculus Rift. I love the technology behind VR. I have a NHTC Vive, I have an Oculus Rift. I've used the PlayStation VR device a lot in demos and stuff, Phil Spencer told Steviver. But he stopped short of committing Xbox to a full virtual future. We designed Scorpio as a VR-capable console. Whether that happens this year, next year or the year after, like I said, I still think the creative community has to get its arms around what are these new tools, and this new feeling, this new immersion. Games. Microsoft has moved away from trumpeting Xbox exclusives in favor of its Play Anywhere system that lets you play your Xbox games on Windows 10. Despite this, you can probably expect to see new Halo, Forza and Gears of War titles follow Scorpio out of the gate. Speaking on YouTube, Shannon Loftus, the general manager of game publishing at Xbox, said, "Some developers may choose to implement the very high-end 4K, and I really hope that they do. But all the games being made right now will run on Scorpio. We're promising forward and backward compatibility. It's hardware innovation without compromising compatibility." When she was asked about exclusive titles, Loftus said, "I don't know about that. It's up to the game development community, what do they want to do? We'll keep this page updated as we learn more about the new console, so remember to keep checking back to see the latest news."